Hello, hello. How is it going? How's it going? Another stream today because today is a free day for me. I don't have class or anything like this. So yeah. I'm streaming as well today. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, probably. I was going to take off today to do some of the things that I am going to talk about today to plan, but I had figured that it would be better if I planned them. So yeah, I may wait a couple of minutes to see if Hania shows up. He had, how do you say? His mom came to visit today, so maybe he's not on. I see the half online sign, so maybe it's like he's going to leave soon or something like this, and he's not checking on the computer. Who knows, right? Or maybe his mom is at the house, so he has the computer on, but it's not paying attention to it. Who knows? So I have these 4 topics for today. Well, not for today, for the whole weekend, basically. Tea with Garvey. This is something I was thinking about this week. I found my episode of Tea with Garvey 4 years ago during COVID. And he basically, in these COVID times, he started kind of letting a lot of people talk with him and giving advice and all that. So that's what I did. I hung out with him, and yeah, Prirat had a call. Prirat, I tweeted about it, and Prirat had a nice comment that I thought could be interesting to go over. I was going to maybe do this Tea with Garvey thing with this reflection. I wanted to do it as a podcast, in podcast form, with some girl that I found on also another episode of Tea of Garvey that caught my attention. And yeah, I tracked her and all this, and I asked her, hey, would you be willing to do this? And she said no. So for the moment, no. She didn't say a definitive no, but yeah. So yeah. I thought it would be an interesting topic, and since I'm not going to do it in podcast form, at least get it out on stream, talk a little bit about it. Then I had clothes. I have some clothes that I wanted to talk about, but this depends. If I'm alone, I may do it. If not, I won't. Because even though this is a stream, because usually no one is here aside from Hania, so if Hania isn't here, I will be alone. In that case, I feel more comfortable about talking about these kind of topics, but if not, I'd rather not. So yeah. Then, plan Tuesday. On Tuesday, I'm test driving an Alpine car. Car, parking, etc. Car is sorted out. I have access. Parking is the main thing. But it could be interesting. It could be interesting to check out how much longer. Like, when do I have to wake up? When to wake up according to like the average Google timing and all this to get there at certain hour versus going by public transit. The parking, how much, right? So how much, and like what are the options and how much. This was like phone storage, not phone, but like Google Cloud or whatever, Google Drive storage. I already half sorted it out. Half sorted. Then Anki, this is something I want to plan out, right? Also plan out Anki for today. I need to structure a little bit how this goes. So maybe we could start with this. Plan out Anki for today. On Monday, I have a test, a small little test, not super crazy, but small one. And it's going to be like a 20-minute test of vocabulary, and we're going to have vocabulary of this book. Let's see. B1 glossar. It's going to be of capital 1 to 4 about like phrases. So I want to put some phrases on my Google Cloud or whatever. Sorry, Google Cloud, on my Anki deck to see how it goes. Hello? Okay. I saw the view count increase to 3 for some reason, and I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's at 0, right where I want it, basically. Chat cadence 1. I don't see anyone. Oh, okay. 1 person. Hello? I don't know. I was talking about planning out my Anki for the day. Not for the day, but for the weekend. On Monday I have a test. So I want to bring in a little bit of vocabulary. I'm learning German. And yeah, I want to know. Well, not want to know. I wanted to overview this book. Not sure if it's legal doing this, but who cares, to be honest. There's 1 person watching. Well, it says that there is 1 person watching. I'm not sure if there is actually 1. But yeah. There are these expressions that are interesting, right? Sich umziehen. Das Zeug einpacken. Packing the things. Singen und reden. Der Kofferraum. Ein Abenteuer erleben. Die Stimmung schlecht sein. This is probably interesting to take into consideration. Alles auspacken. Der Reifen kaputt sein. The tire is kaputt. Ankommen. Reparieren. Eine Wanderung machen. Gut gelaunt sein. This is probably interesting as well. Reisen, die Wohnung. Reisen planen. Then this Käserei thing, Alm. I'm not sure if there are many interesting words here, but there could be something interesting. Aufenthalt, entschlossen, Almsommer, Alm mit Käserei. Das ist ja praktisch. Wunkkopf. Oh. Lassen reparieren. This is probably something that could appear. These things too. Die Wohnung putzen, die Wohnung streichen, den Mantel reinigen. Die Haare schneiden. Umtauschen. These things could be interesting. Umtauschen, zurückgeben. Quittung, Gerät oder das Geld zurück. Alarmanlage. Stimmung. The word Stimmung appears often. Anyway, I'm not sure if I... But yeah, this is kind of what I want to do, so... I don't want to do this on stream, I want to do this later. I guess. So, let's plan Tuesday. For this we need maps. Diego de León. Garaje Ramos. ¿Por qué no ponen los precios? €6,5, 2 horas. Su puta madre. 3 horas, 9 euros. Yo voy a ir como desde las 12 hasta las 8. 8 horas, 26 euros. Ocho 26. ¿Cuántas horas son? 7 horas. 7 por 60 por 0,056. Joder. $20, 20, 12 horas. Ok, ya está bien saberlo. Hmm. Aparcamiento público, vamos a ver. No entiendo nada. De momento el Interparking parece el mejor. Voy a ver si tengo alguna aplicación bajada aquí de parking. App Parkia. A ver, aparcar. Telpark. Parclick. €12. Bueno, hemos chequeado parkings. Aquí estaba mirando. Here I was looking at clothes. This is a coat from a brand, Synthesis, Spanish brand. I was looking at my things. Yo, I missed the message, lol, but I'm still here right now. How's it going? I was looking at parkings here. This was what I planned to do today. How's it going, by the way? I forgot to say my week. I was going to do that at the beginning, but I forgot. So I could do it now. But yeah, I planned out the Anki thing, but I will be gone in like 20 minutes since my mom will come and we'll go to IKEA today. Okay, yes, makes sense. So yeah, in these 20 minutes, I guess I can just update on the week. I had planned because I have a little test on Monday, so I planned a couple of things, but I'm going to do the Anki cards later. Then I was sorting out parking for Tuesday because I'm going to test drive that car. So, well, I think I technically booked the thing, so I have to go with my car to the dealership because it's on the outskirts of Madrid. It's not like in Madrid city, or if it's in Madrid city, it's in like the very outskirts of it. So I have to take my car there because if I go on public transit, I have to go to Madrid center. Then I have to go up, and it's like 2 hours. And if I go by car to there, it's like 45 minutes, 1 hour. So yeah, I'm going to just go in car and then park the car close to my class, to German class. But the problem is that it's expensive. So I was looking at how expensive it is and if I can book the parking in advance. And it seems like I can. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And yeah, then here I mentioned clothes and something like this, and that's what I was going to do. But before, I think I should update on the week. I was looking at coats and all of this. Well, I didn't want to look at clothes. I had some here booked, but I was going to mention what I was looking at because I want to organize what do I want to get, if I want to get it, and here plan out stores to try out and all of this. But yeah, I think this is something I'm going to do tomorrow or something like this because I think just explaining my week will maybe take around those 20 minutes. So yeah. Oh, and yes, the first thing that I have written here, Tea with Gary Vee, 4 years later or whatever, I have this tweet. Well, I don't have it myself, but yeah, there is this episode from Gary Vee, and I wanted to mention that Gary Vee has been an influence on me, and this video from 4 years ago is a clip. You can see here kind of the thumbnail of it, of some guy who uploaded, I guess, the transcript kind of to the web. And yeah, Prirat mentioned here that it matches what I have been up to pretty well. And yeah, basically, in this clip, 4 years ago, he mentioned something like I commented that I was like 22 years old, I think, 22, and mentioned that I liked cars, but I didn't want to make car videos because I would feel like I would be making the same thing as everyone else and all this. Oh no, I would be just kind of rehashing what everyone else is saying, right? If I make videos of what I watch, right, it's just rehashing what other people say. And yeah. And he said some things, and there are some quotes here and all this, and I wanted to, I guess, go over it again. I reached out to someone in DMs of someone who had also been in this Tea with Gary the episode, and yeah, she said, I don't want to do the episode right now, but maybe some other day. So yeah, I was going to kind of comment it one of these days, not sure if today, tomorrow, or Sunday. And yeah, my week, first of all. Week. It's been kind of an interesting week, to be honest. Monday, well, running. I'm still running at the pace that the schedule says. And it looks like next week, next Monday, is going to be tough. Tomorrow, I'm running 3 minutes, then 2 minutes walking, 3 minutes, 2 minutes walking, like that 7 times, which is doable, but it is, the 3 minutes are tough for me. Next week is 5 minutes with 3 minutes walking and 5 minutes of running. To me, it feels like it's going to be hard. Seems cool, like you got seen and someone actually took the time to respond to it and stuff. Yeah, in that sense. Oh, you mean this thing or the message that I sent? Yeah, in that sense it is. I mean, it would be better if she had said, sure, I really want to do it. But yeah, it's nice that she did say, okay, I will think about it. She says, not right now. I'm not interested in the conversation right now, but maybe someday. So yeah, in that sense, it's good. And yeah, obviously, it's like if some random person sends you a DM and is like, hey, do you want to be on an episode, or do you want to talk about this? And she's like, she mentioned that she follows Gary, no, that she stopped following Gary when he was doing all of this NFT stuff, which I get, to be honest. And I also kind of tuned out from his shit, but I never clicked unfollow, right? So I still get some Gary Vee stuff, some like very, very seldom, but yeah. And yeah, basically, Gary did say stuff about documenting the journey and all of this, and I thought those things would be interesting, right? It's like documenting the journey is cool, right? The fact that I reached out to her in the messages because she mentioned how she had a clothing store and then the clothing store failed, right? It's like she was kind of starting it and it was kind of failing when she did the podcasts and all of this, because she started doing podcast episodes and all that. And it failed, right? So I was interested kind of in the failure perspective of it. And the fact that it's recorded was interesting to me, right? So I thought, maybe she could be up to this kind of failure. And I also talk about failure myself also, right? So I think it's interesting to see how, if it is useful when it fails recording the shit, right? This was kind of my, I guess, what I wanted to ask her and to talk about, not just ask, right? To talk about, to discuss. It's like to see how it has been useful for me and how it hasn't. And in the same case, she said that she was led to burnout by these kind of things. So in what sense did she get burned out, right? And if she regrets it or doesn't, those kind of things, right? Regret would kind of be a topic that I would be interested in, right? And I guess that was part of the week. It's like all of these things that I have written down are parts of the week. Same with the clothes, right? I had written the planning stores out because I went to Zara, Zara, we call it in Spanish, and got a set of clothes, kind of a sweatshirt and some pants. And I was like, interesting, right? I saw them online on one of these big recommendation things, I think. And then I went to the store physically, I tried some stuff out, and I liked the process, I like it. There are some parts I don't like about it, some parts I do like. So week. That was the 28th, which was Monday. So on Monday, I think, I have the ticket here. So 28th Monday. On Monday, I went to Zara, right? Tried out and bought stuff. It was interesting because it was the first thing of the. It was the first thing I did on that week, and Tuesday. Running. Did I go to the doctor this week? Let me check. Maps. Calendar. Yeah, I went to the doctor. I think that's why I went to Zara. Because I remember why I went to Zara. There was a transport strike. Like the buses and all this were on strike, right? Bus strike this week. So, and I also had gone to the doctor early, right? Well, kind of, she didn't tell me a lot. She told me basically things that I knew. I already mentioned that on the past week that I had like high uric acid or whatever. And she said, basically, look up on the internet, or if you want more details on what diet you have to mention, because I asked questions about, I still have doubts about what to eat, right? And she said something like, basically, look it up online, or get an appointment with nurses. And I was like, fuck it, I don't want to get another appointment to go see nurses, to be honest. So if I can just look it up online. So I basically said, fuck it, I'm not doing anything. And basically now I still eat what my parents cook for me, and I'm not going to eat a lot of sweets and all of this. I'm not going to go bounce back the other way, but I'm going to indulge in a treat every once in a while. I still eat fruit, and I still eat like 4 meals a day, kind of, if I wake up early. But I'm not worried anymore about blood sugar. I'm in that sense, right? I'm not watching it closely. Then it was super, because we didn't talk at all. It was super short, so I could go home early. And I wasn't in a rush. I think because I wasn't in a rush and I had a lot of free time, right? And the bosses were on strike. I was like, fuck it, let's go early. Very early. I go early already. But that day I went at like 12 p.m. or something like this. Or 12 a.m. At noon. Basically like noon, 15 minutes after noon, instead of like, I went like half an hour earlier than I used to. So I was like, fuck it, I could go to Zara. I went to Zara, I tried out some stuff, I bought some stuff, and it was interesting. I guess I lost some time because I was, I guess, new to the store and didn't know the flow of it all. I thought that I could find the things that I wanted by looking. It is not the case. They don't have everything put on display, right? So you have to ask someone. And then when you ask someone, there is like 10 minutes of waiting before you ask for something, and they go to the store, I think it's called storage, to the storage room, bring it back, put it on whatever, and let you try it on, right? So that day I actually was late for class, even though I got super early to Madrid, right? But yeah, it was interesting. So I guess eventful day, in my mind at least, right? To me, that's an eventful day. Then on Tuesday, I went running. Oh, and I think on Monday as well, I got tickets to Wednesday. I had been looking for tickets to this Wednesday show and all that. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Well, for me at least, since I only use public transport, while I basically only use S-Bahn and tram. If the buses strike, so do most of the transports. So yeah, here it's not like that at all. I think it's something specific to the bus people because, I don't know, there were like, because our classmates, we are all going to be train drivers, right? So some of them are kind of more tapped in to this kind of stuff. So some of them were saying, yeah, the bus drivers here don't get as many benefits as some of the other drivers in other professions, right? And they don't get to retire as early. It was mostly like a retiring thing. I think some other professions have retirement at 60, and they have the usual retirement, which I think is at 67 now. I don't know. And they were complaining that this is like what the strike was about, apparently. I don't know. Yeah, this is all stuff that I heard from people in my class. So yeah, I think they are separated because I think maybe some others don't have to strike because of that, because they have already the good, like the more convenient retirement age or something. I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. But yeah, they are separate. And here we do have some kind of, like, for example, in Munich, there is this kind of MVG, right? I'm not sure what it stands for. München Verkehrs something, right? In Berlin, I suppose it's the Berlin Verkehrs BVG as well, right? Or something like that. In Spain, in Madrid, sorry, we have the CRMT, el Consorcio Regional de Transportes de Madrid, so the Regional Consortium of Transports of Madrid, the area, like the community, but Metro de Madrid and like the buses and all of this, obviously you can use the same ticket now. Well, now you can use it. You can use the same card for all of these transports, but I think the different, for example, the buses that go like the interurban, right? So between cities, the buses between cities and the trains, like the S-Bahn, so like, yeah, close trains, the metro, and all of these things run separately. Also, the buses inside of the city of Madrid, la EMT, those buses are all have like their own different companies. Some of them are like public in the sense that everything is public, but some of the companies are like private companies that get this kind of contract to run this service. Some of them are like public. And here, it was all of the bus people, so like the public company in Madrid that runs the buses was striking, but also the private drivers, but who are like, I guess, subcontracted by the government and all that shit, those were also striking. It was like a bus driver in general thing. I guess maybe because buses, I don't know. And I think that the City of Madrid people and the other ones, those run in different contracts, right? The people who are hired by the City of Madrid, those people are like that. Those have better conditions, but maybe the retirement age is the same for all bus drivers, and that's what they were complaining about or something like this. I think that's why my classmates mentioned this, that it was about retirement, because it's something that affects these people at the same, even though they have like different companies, so they shouldn't strike at the same time, basically. Berliner Verkehrsbetriebe, BVG. Look at all those guys in that. Yeah, BVG is called. Yeah, I remember the MVG in Munich. I guess the Wait's the G. Okay, Berliner Verkehrsbetriebe Gesellschaft, I guess, right? or something like that. Let me check it out now. MVG. Verkehrsgesellschaft. Let's see the web. I think it's going to be just Verkehrsbetriebe. Oh. In Munich, at least it's called Verkehrsgesellschaft. But in Berlin, they just fucked it up. Verkehrsaktiengesellschaft. Berliner Verkehrsbetriebe. State-owned. Maybe it used to not be BVG West, BVG Ost. Yeah, that makes sense a lot. M-Bahn. Whoa. That would be pretty cool, to be honest. Triebwagen. The train is so funny looking. So yeah, it was like, I guess, an eventful day. And to come home, I didn't struggle at all. Even though it's a strike, there are like minimal services, they call them, servicios mínimos, minimal service or something. And they post the dates. And luckily, the hours. And the hours that I take the bus home, like that hour was fine. So, yeah. Oh, actually, that day I went to Zara twice. I went to Zara the first time on the morning before class, and then after class, it was dismissed earlier because the teacher had something to do. I went to Zara again. Because the first time I went, they didn't have like the size that I wanted, even though now I think that maybe I preferred the other size because it was a little bit smaller and this one is a little bit too big. I don't know. But yeah, that happened. So even though I went after class to Zara again, I still could take the bus that I usually take. So yeah, that was pretty eventful. Sorry, it was an eventful day because I did a lot of things to my standards, but yeah. Then on Tuesday, I basically just did running as the activity of the day. But yeah, I guess I started with the 3 minutes, 3-2 regimen, and it's tiring. I can manage it, but it is tiring to me. Then, Wednesday. This was the day of the concert. Okay, I got tickets during class on Monday. I signed up to the waiting list for tickets for this show on the app, and I got them, which was pretty nice. Wednesday, I went to the concert. I got out of class earlier and went to see this concert, which was pretty nice. The Maria's concert after class was cool. We apparently got a new bottle recently, but I can't really tell the difference. It's a bit weighted as far as I know. Yeah, in Spain it's pretty easy because the new ones are like sloped like this and they look kind of modern, and the old ones are like square as fuck, like the current Berlin ones. But yeah, photos. No. Photos. This was the concert. Well, this is a picture before the concert. I took some videos, but I deleted them from Google Photos. I have them on my computer. And yeah, it was a nice concert, and I really like the show. Basically, it was they're really good. The group is called the De Marias. They played some of songs that I really like a lot. So, for example, Cariño. They play Heavy. They played some good ones. Otro Atardecer, pretty popular one. And I was feeling kind of skeptical before. I didn't want to get my hopes too high, because their songs are like pretty chill, right? So I wasn't sure if La Riviera is not like a huge stadium, but out of rooms, like, are they called rooms? Out of like theater kind of rooms, yeah, out of like concert halls, concert rooms. I prefer it to call room because it's like smaller. Out of those, it's not super big, right? Sorry, it's pretty big. Like, it's probably the biggest room you can get that is not a stadium, right? And there are bigger stadiums and smaller stadiums. For example, there is like the Withing Center, which is kind of a small stadium, but I call it a stadium. Then there is like the Santiago Bernabéu, which is like the biggest stadium in Spain, probably, right? The second biggest, right? But so when you go stadium, it's not like biggest. It's not like 80,000 people, but it is like 10, 15,000. Like the small stadium is like 15,000. This room, I think it's like 2,000, but for a room, it's pretty big, right? So I was like, I'm not sure if their style of music will translate well to this. But I was pretty surprised at the fact that it did, right? Even though her voice is like pretty mellow, and their album, the Submarine album, is like pretty wavy and all of this. They balanced it well with the older songs that are like more bass heavy, and that I could really feel the bass. I don't know. It was nice. It was a nice experience. I liked it. I definitely don't regret going. If I regret anything, it's like not leaving German class even earlier to be closer. But I had good view, and I could more or less hear well. But I would have liked it to be obviously closer, right? That's all, something that I guess I always want. I was feeling like maybe not, but yeah. Yo, I'll be gone now. Have a good rest of the stream. All right. Thank you for being here, and have a good weekend with your mom, and buy a lot of things in IKEA and all that. And yeah, it was a nice... Basically, it was a nice show. I was like glad I went. I enjoyed the show, basically. That was Wednesday. Oh, I prepared the photos to show the food. Well, I can still show it, right? I ate wontons. Wonton soup, pork wonton. It was good. The reviews all say it's homemade. They feel homemade. The feeling inside feels, I guess, a touch better than like a frozen one. Maybe they may be frozen, I guess, right? But Yeah, than an industrial one, I think, right? I don't know. Grilled gyoza, you could say, grilled dumplings. Good. I put a lot of hot sauce on them, and they were good. These were tasty. These were like vapor and how are they called? They were vegetable ones. Pretty tasty. And I think they had mushrooms. Not bad, to be honest. And then I did homework, waiting for the bus, Plaza España. And yeah, this was the next day's meal, which was interesting, I guess. So then, dumplings after homemade, decent, then homework in Plaza de España. Then waiting for the bus. Wednesday to Thursday. Yesterday. German class as usual, but I ate at Cats. German class. Okay, running. Also running. Lighter day. Followed schedule and didn't skip, but didn't push harder either, right? Didn't push harder. Because concert yesterday. Concert day previews. German class and Cats. Didn't have lunch. Didn't have like dinner, drinks with classmates or teacher, which was what I said I would going to do, but sandwich was good. And now we come to today. Today uneventful, went a little bit walking, and yeah, even though I did all these things, right, now that we are just you and me, well, me and me, I did feel a little bit sad today, and some of these things count. For example, trying on clothes, even though it brings me joy and I like doing it, and it doesn't even feel like exciting in a I don't know, strange way or anything, right? It's more like, I don't know, I just like it. I wish I had taken pictures inside, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to put some of these things here together. And yeah, I guess some of the things that make me feel bad are that I kind of get nervous a little bit, because even though I'm browsing all day these kind of clothes and all of this, I'm not sure when I'm really going to wear them, if I'm going to be I don't know, yeah, kind of willing to wear them or something like this. I guess daring enough, or if I'm going to find the right occasion, these kind of things, which I guess are concerns that I guess regular girls also have, but and yeah, some of the things that I was looking at were underwear, special underwear, obviously, because to me, uh, well, these are regular, I guess, but that look a little bit thick because of obvious reasons, right? I have junk there that I need to flatten a little bit. There are special ones that are like this, and I'm also considering getting some, but I don't want them to get delivered to my house. Then, coats. This brand, I was looking at it just because uh, I saw it on my Google Photos, that when I went to a friend's house, his mom had this brand, a couple of blazers from this brand, and I was like, let's check it out. But I'm not planning specifically to get it or anything. And yeah, I do want to get a coat, but not super long. I was looking at more jackets like this, right? These are jackets, and I also want to look at. I don't want them to be cropped though. Something like this, I think, would fit better what I want. I do want a cardigan style clothes. Something like this could look interesting. And yeah, I was looking at this brand Mango coats also, like proper coats. Hello, I was looking at clothes. And yeah, I guess things that I want, right? Things that I want. Like I wanted to, instead of just look and look and look and look and look, kind of trying to focus on what do I want and try to know why do I want it, right? It's like, what am I struggling with a little bit now? It's like I have some clothes that are for men and some that are for women. And together they usually fit badly, I guess. If I wear, well, it depends, right? But if I wear a regular men's t-shirt with women's pants, it doesn't matter that much unless the pants are like too low rise. But it does look worse than if you match, right? But also I have to consider my figure and that it's not flattering on me, that many things are not flattering on me, right? So I have to think on what things could be flattering on me. I like this, but I don't like the color. I like this, to be honest. But I'm not sure how often could I wear it. I think this could go well with my booties. This here, I have them. But I have white booties, and I think this could go, not match, but more or less go together. So yeah, that was also something that I wanted to sort out. White to go with the booties. It's like outerwear, right? Outerwear. And off white to go with some other booties, right? To go with some other booties. And also something to fill the inner wear, I guess, when I wear outerwear, to fill it also. The problem, right, is that I'm trying to feel it's like it's hard for me to combine an outerwear like this with something with a jacket, a regular jacket, right? With one of my masculine jackets. Or even some of them, for example. That's why I wanted cardigans as well. And black. I don't have anything black. Then boots. Booties. I wanted some black ones. Some black ones. Because the ones I have are small, right? The ones I have are small. It's like I have a green jacket, a green coat that I can wear. I have a white one that is, it's like I have the super thick, super long mango one, but it's too much. But it's too much for me. Oh, on Tuesday I also wore a strange outfit, right? Like the black waxed pants, white, like the off-white booties. Off-white mask jacket. I don't know. Did I take a picture of this? I think I took a picture. Let me check. Photos here. Let me go a little bit over here. Hello, by the way, I'm trying to solve some clothing problems that I have. So I'm looking at clothes online here. I know that these are women's clothes, by the way. That's the intention. I want to have a little bit more of a feminine style, I guess. But yeah, I'm struggling to mix pieces, right? And to feel like I can put together outfits without going all out to one thing, all out one to the other. I don't want to, like, if it were for me, I could just do away with the masculine, all of the masculine things that I have. It's like I don't like that style, but since I have the clothes already, it's like I want to at least use them in a way that, yeah, I don't want to I do want to throw them all away and buy new things, because I like buying new things also, but I feel like it's not realistic, right? I feel like, I don't know, it should progress in a way. Ah, okay, yes. I remember that I wore. I had like I do have, right? It's like black coat. I have the black raincoat, right? I have a black waxed raincoat. And on Monday I wear like a black waxed raincoat over, which in my opinion looked interesting, acceptable. But it did look strange, right? I noticed getting kind of stared around and all this, right? This basically. I don't know, on a picture doesn't look like I know it's not a great outfit. Like I know it looks bad, I guess, but I don't know. To me, it looks bad. I don't know. It doesn't even look that bad, to be honest. But yeah, I guess in real life these pants look strange as hell, and yeah. Also it doesn't fit me, I guess, right? I don't know. I don't like. Well. But yeah, this is, I guess, kind of what I struggled a little bit with, right? It's a masculine jacket, right? This is a male jacket, and with if I take the coat off, it looks very unbalanced, I would say, right? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't help that that they are too big, right? I don't know. This is what I mean with unbalancing. I guess I could have worn something that is less skinny, right? These are things that I will probably change. I will wear these boots with more wider pants, these kind of things. But yeah, again, with the things that I want to change, right? Here, for example, I struggled with this mixing a masculine top with a feminine bottom because it looks unbalanced. It's like the masculine top is not the right length for it. It should either be shorter, right? So it looks flattering and it shows the part, but that my body is not good enough for that. Well, body positive or whatever, right? But I don't feel, let's put it back into like therapy speak, right? I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel my best self in that type of situation, right? So I wanted to get something to balance that, right? Something long on the top. And I don't have that, right? Innerwear, tops, let's just say tops, right? Tops. Longer, right? Longer. And I feel like the good thing about this is that the bad thing about this is that, well, I don't know, a longer top, the problem is that if I then, is that it has to be like a long middle top. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it has to be a middle layer. And I need over it something also longer even, right? Okay, then on things I wanted to buy, is it I liked this belt to balance also. Thinking of balance, right? It's expensive though. These are so funny too. Okay, I'm going to close this like that. And I'm going to close the stream now. Thank you for watching Honey when you were here. Thank you to the couple of people who swung by, and bye bye.